So I'm now going to go to the login gifts. Since it's day 4, we've already gotten one set of red gear. Usopp at 7 stars is way stronger than the other 5 stars. That was to be expected, so I'm going to slap the red gear on Usopp, giving him even more stats to dominate the early game. In the limited event area, we can also go to the limited redeem and trade in for another 2 of those superior summon tickets, or we save up for 1 random 5-star fragment. And I think I'm going to save up for now because we have 4 more days and getting 1 5-star is usually more important. As I thought, when we check out the numbers on the superior summon, we actually see that the chance to get a 5-star hero is only 5%. So if we do about 10 pulls, we only have a chance of 40% to get a 5-star hero. If you do the maths on that. So yeah, it makes a lot more sense to aim for the guaranteed 5-star. And now, since we just saw in our bag that we still have 6 of these superior treasure chest tickets, it's actually the lottery, so we're going for this, and we see that there's a 5-star marine shard, so let's hope that we get this one. Okay, that's sad, we actually didn't get it. It's not too bad though, because we got one of those blue things. That's massive copium there. I would have really liked to get this. Let's refresh this, and yeah, right now I don't feel like pulling this makes too much sense. In the later game and later stages you won't worry about it too much, but here I really like to play my odds. Actually, we are just seeing that there are some of those marine boots. I would really like those, so yeah, let's do it anyway. Cool, this worked out. We got them, no need to pull further. Putting this one on Boa Hancock, always try to put at least 2 of those orange sets together because they unlock a percentage stat bonus. This is 4% more HP. I really like this. Remember that we just managed to get 1 more book, and it's actually a really nice one. It has 20 speed on it, really good, and it also has a basic rebirth on it to heal 2% per turn. So I'm going to put this on Boa. There's a very simple reason for this, because I want her to be faster than Zephyr, who's sitting at 737 speed. So now what happens is Aokiji goes first. We can put another speed book on him. Aokiji goes first, then our Hancock moves, and this gives both of them the opportunity to heal Zephyr for some HP before he sacrifices his HP. You always or usually want your supporters to go first unless they have a specific mechanic why you want them to go later. That way they can heal and buff up the team before anyone else moves. Cool, this pushed us further, so we could now challenge Impel down level 60, and this got us another nice reward, another 5-star and 5 Elite Star tickets. I'm now taking you with me to summon the superior scrolls. Okay, that's 1 crew and 1 food. This crew here is actually really interesting because in the early game he's super strong for the guild boss. So yeah, if you have some spare resources, you can decide to push him. You can only level him up to level 80 or level 100 if you get him up to 5-star to use him as food eventually. But this is actually a worth investment. Nice, we got the Ghost Princess. Okay, this was quite the alright pull. I'm just gonna test something out, because we just pulled the Ghost Princess, who has some reliable form of heal and also a revive. I will go for a reset on Kuma here. The main reason for this is that I don't need 2 tanks usually, I have 1 already. And being able to put all of those resources into the Ghost Princess would actually enable us to not only keep our Akainu alive as long as possible, who is supposed to stand in the front and get attacked, because then he can apply his lava seal. But also, and this is another thing, we got this basic ascent, so the attack goes up after revival. It lasts 2 rounds. Since we now have a revival mechanic, this will actually work. Okay, after testing the Ghost Princess in battle, it actually didn't work too well because she's rather on the slow side of the team, and that means that she's not quick enough to heal, and she only has 1 heal, so yeah, it's not optimal. I then tried out Kuma again, and yeah, he's also not too perfect, and that is why I'm going to try out Ace Soul now. I'm going to use up the last refund that I have for today, because I know he's not too bad. But what Ace Soul does is, well, he's another supporter, so yeah, it's a very support heavy team now. But for once, he deals damage and adds a shield in his first turn, and sometimes he also heals on the second turn. Either that, or he reduces the damage that the enemy is dealing. So yeah, this is quite cool, and also he reduces all enemies' attacks in the first 2 rounds. So yeah, I kind of like this, and we'll see how this plays out. We've now done something a little bit cheeky. As you can see, Ace Soul is rather on the quick side of the team, so yeah, that was really important. What I used for this was actually using the speed book that I gave to the Aokiji before, because Aokiji is very quick by himself. So by giving the speed book to Ace Soul, I actually managed to have him go before Zephyr. So right now the sequence of my turn will be Aokiji first, then it will be Boa Hancock, and right after there will be Ace Soul, and only after that goes the Zephyr to sacrifice his own HP, and also the Akainu will go after that. So yeah, these guys will be able to heal and buff up our team before the rest of the team moves, and Usopp is pretty much the slowest member of the team now. In general, Marines and Emperors tend to be quicker and also have more stats than the Pirates, Straw Hats and Mighty. It's not always the case, but usually it is. That is also why they are harder to build. So now our team comps looks like this. We have 3 rather tanky units in the front, and then 3 squishy and damage-oriented units in the back. I'm now going to skill up our tanks in the guild skill, so that will help our Akainu survive even further. We can do 1 round at least. This perfectly showcased why guild skill is so nice to use already in the early game. We have now changed our turn meter to make it that Akainu is now moving before Zephyr. He has 1 more speed just because he was gifted +4 speed through the guild skill. That's nice. And you might wonder why this is so nice. In the case of Akainu, his normal attacks have a 40% chance to inflict his lava seals on the target. So if he's able to move before Zephyr also in the last round, he might add 1 more stack of his lava seal, and it sounds weird, but 1 stack of this lava seal might make the difference between winning and losing. I actually got 2 more of the superior tickets, so I'm just going to pull them as well, still hoping for that 1 5-star Marine. Let's go. Okay, well, we got some good gear. Okay, since it is in armor, it would make sense to place it on Akainu. However, when I have 3 orange gear on 1 character, it actually unlocks another one of those stat bonuses, so now I have a set of 3 orange gear, and that gives our boa an extra 5% attack. We'll see how this works. Wow, this battle was excruciatingly painful and long to watch, but we eventually won. Our Boa Hancock did the most damage, even though Usopp is a 7-star, mind you. And it's really cool because here you can see the synergy between Zephyr and Akainu. Akainu was standing in the front and tanking for as long as he could, and Zephyr then detonated all of his marks. It was really cool. I'm just going to show 1 or 2 highlights of that fight. As you can see here, the combination of 3 supports in the enemy team as well as 1 tank is super annoying, because Satori, Ghost Princess and Law keep healing each other up, and then Ghost Princess and Satori keep reviving members of the team. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. But there was the first big attack from Zephyr, who actually blew up all of the marks from Akainu and also applied his seal that blocks crits and blocks the passive of the enemy. And there was the second go of Zephyr. So this comp, the enemy comp, is very much centered around healing and buffing itself up. But my comp is the DPS king. So yeah, no chance on trying to out-sustain my sustained whittling down and damage. So now, as you can see here, this is where the weakness of this comp shows, because the enemy team is again very much centered around healing, and before we could out DPS it, but now the weakness shows that I don't have a very strong and consistent healer. So eventually the enemy out sustains my team, and I am in turn getting whittled down, which results in us losing. So with the help of Kaylee's Marco, we were able to progress super fast and very far in the daily endless challenge. Since we had a lot of survival based skills, we were able to survive up until stage 98. That was really cool, really like that. So thanks a lot, Kaylee. Shout out to you for lending me your Marco.